Who are you?
I'm Simone Vitali from the municipality of Cervia.
Hello, I'm Zacharias Christou, member of the municipality of Athienu, and I belong to Cyprus.
Hello, my name is Celia. I'm a social worker and I'm the responsible to the LocalEUcharter Project in Amarante, Portugal.
My name is Cosmina Popoaia and I'm a project manager for Asociația Se Poate Romania.
Hello, I'm Miguel Mares. I'm here on behalf of the municipality of Valencia.
I'm Shihab, a student in Amsterdam, Netherlands, and I try to travel as much as I can.
My name is Laura, and I'm from Łódź, in Poland.
Are there any aspects in the charter that could be treated in more detail with more emphasis?
Considering the recent developments in the international scenario and the challenges which Europe has to face, surely the right to social security can be supported by the protection of an healthy environment. Although it is expressly stated in the Charter, there might be more provision for this.
One reason why the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights is so important is that it is a set of international human rights norms that all the EU members have agreed to. This means that it has the potential to provide a coherent set of rights that can be used to justify and defend human rights in practice. Additionally, the project will help to develop analysis and expertise on the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights in order to better understand how it is being applied in practice and to identify any gaps or areas where improvement is necessary.
In the Fundamental Rights Charter, I think the fundamental rights of citizens is explaining freedom, solidarity, and all the titles is okay, and I think is very important to our society. And the challenges our society until the date, I think we can treat in more detail the citizenship and solidarity.
I believe people are not aware enough of their freedoms at the European level, as they are mainly taught about their national rights and obligations.
I think it's important to make our societies as accessible as possible and make everybody to participate in local governance in this case.
I believe we can make changes in freedom, particularly educational freedom, because some of the countries in Europe, they don't allow homeschooling. I think if we have more regulations in place to handle that, I see more potential in homeschooling, depending on the parents' background and whatnot.
Of course, there are always things we can do better. I know all aspects will be discussed in detail over time.
How well do you think the Charter is known by citizens?
Personally speaking, I think actions and projects that can make citizens aware of the rights expressed in the Charter should be implemented to make it more useful. The values underlying the Charter and the fundamental rights expressed often escape the attention of the public and citizens who are better informed all about universal human rights charters.
It is likely that awareness of the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the European Union among EU citizens is relatively low, as it is not well communicated and it is also a relatively new document. Also, the level of awareness of the Charter might be different between different EU citizens. More effort should be made to communicate the Charter and the provisions to EU citizens in order to ensure that they are aware of their rights and are able to exercise and defend them.
Honestly, it doesn't seem to us that the majority of citizens are aware of the Charter of Fundamental Rights. Some even know that it exists. Of the approach we have carried out with some citizens and questioned about this Charter, most do not know. They know that there are charters and treaties in relation to the citizens' rights, but more at the level of universal human rights and not so much at the level of the EU.
Thanks to the development of social media, now information is spreading much faster than in the past, thus reaching a bigger number of citizens. And I believe that most citizens know their fundamental rights, at least in big lines.
We're living in an information society, so everything connected with it is important, especially in human rights. People have to know about it and how it affects their daily activities.
Honestly, I don't think it's known well enough because personally I didn't know until I took part in this project, honestly. So I believe, although I learned it in the past, I wasn't aware of it. So
It is our duty to ensure its dissemination, and many people are not aware of their rights.
What do you expect by the project?
We expect a very effective communication strategy that succeeds in making the importance of the Charter clear, also through the dissemination of interactive and easy to understand content. Through effective public awareness raising, we aim to a greater involvement of citizens in order to finalize activities to reinforce active citizenship.
We expect raising awareness about human rights in the European Union, promoting the protection and enforcement of human rights in EU member states, and encouraging cooperation among EU member states and other stakeholders in the field of human rights. We also expect to contribute to the development of EU policies and legislation related to human rights, and to engage with EU institutions and other actors in the field of human rights. Additional to this, they may expect to build networks and partnerships with other organizations and individuals working on human rights issues in the EU and beyond.
So we hope with this project to be able to disseminate information and content on the EU Charter of Fundamental Rights among the citizens of the municipality, making them aware of their EU fundamental rights and how these rights are reflected in the daily lives of each one and in their freedoms and rights. We also hope share the best practices in our partners, and we hope adopt something for our municipality.
I think the project will make a difference in our communities and will set a starting point for creating a better strategy to promote the European Charter of Fundamental Rights.
This project is a very good chance for us to know the activities in other member states, and also for us to have the chance to spread our activities and how we are trying to do our best in the knowledge and awareness raising of human charter.
I expect to travel more and make a lot more memories. I mean, I could go back home and be the guy with the coolest stories at parties. Why not?
I think the project will help people to understand better their character and promote their rights.
Thank you.
Ciao!